Hi everyone, so this video is related to your assignment 1, which is 30%. It's on exploring one's belief system. So the aim of this assignment is to explore your belief system through reflection. So you have to reflect on your beliefs based on the structure given here. There are 7 components and these are taken from Richards. So you will be reflecting on the qualities of an effective ESL teacher, English language, your beliefs about learning, your beliefs about teaching, beliefs about the program and the curriculum, language teaching as a profession, and your belief on the role of the English language teacher. So how do I write the content? How do you write it? You use the structure and questions given to guide your reflection. So for each component, there will be questions. So I've highlighted in yellow the questions that you may want to approach or you may want to answer. You don't have to answer all questions. You just answer the selected questions. Maybe you want to answer only 2 questions for each component. Alright, but when you explain your answers, you have to give examples, alright, and justify your beliefs. Alright, you cannot just state, okay, I believe that code switching can be used in teaching, but there's no examples. Maybe what you want to do is you want to say that I believe in the usage of code switching. Then you have to explain, like for example, if the students are weak learners, so it's important to code switch in this context when there is no other alternatives to actually explain a concept to them. And then you may want to justify that because, okay, from your readings, for example, from Brown, 2010, Brown mentioned that code switching is allowed in class based on the teacher's discretion, maybe based on the teacher's intentions and objectives. Alright, so that is to justify why you feel that, okay, you want to use code switching, and this is justified by a study done by someone or mentioned in any articles that you have read. Alright, so we come to the next part whereby you have to read some articles related to teaching and learning of English language, learners' learning styles, and teachers' role to support and add more impact to your discussion. More marks will be given. So when you cite an article, when you talk about code switching and then you say, okay, this person said that it's okay to code switch because of certain reasons, then you get extra marks for that. Because this is to encourage the justification of your beliefs through research also that you have read. It's not like we believe in something but there's no support to it from past studies. So here we have some past studies to support. Alright, so there are 7 components, remember just now. So the first component is on the qualities of an effective ESL teacher. So you may want to answer this question: what are the qualities of an effective ESL teacher that you believe are significant? So there are 10 marks there. Alright, remember we did this whereby I told you there are several categories, right? For example, you can talk about skills and knowledge, maybe 2 categories, skills and knowledge, or personal traits, personal qualities like being kind, being understanding, and you compare it, you also add another category like skillful. Alright, I don't want you to just present one category, just personal qualities like being kind and humble. For example, I want another category there, so at least 2 categories. Alright, if you can present 3 categories like skills, knowledge, and socio-affective skills, that will be very good. Alright, try to give more so that you know, because these are the things that you know we have done this, so just add them so that you get to show that you know more than what you have written. Alright, okay, the second component is on beliefs about English language. So for beliefs about English language, you look at the ones in yellow. Alright, maybe you want to answer which aspects of learning English is most difficult to you. Alright, when you talk about, okay, for example, right, to me, English language is very important. It's a very important language used to communicate universally. All right. However, in terms of learning English, I feel that the grammar part is one of the most difficult part to master. All right, and support with past studies, like a study by Ahmad, for example, also mentioned that Malaysians have difficulties in mastering grammar. So just one or two sentences from a particular article, citing another article, will be good for you, for your assignment. All right. You can also answer the next question on why do you think English is an important language. All right. You don't have to answer all questions. You just answer two or three questions. But as I mentioned earlier, give examples and justify your beliefs from past studies. Right? Okay, next, beliefs about learning. Alright, for beliefs about learning, two questions that you may want to attempt. What are the best ways to learn a language? What kinds of learning styles and strategies do you encourage in learners? So when you talk about the best ways to learn a language, remember you talk about songs that day, alright? So find an article that can support this. Alright, when you have an article that supports this, it becomes more interesting, you get more marks. Alright, and what kinds of learning styles and strategies do you encourage in learners? Read on learning styles. Just Google learning styles. There are like kinesthetic, studio, discrete learning styles, different learning styles. Okay. Alright. So beliefs about teaching. Alright. This is, you can see the marks, very high marks given here. There are two components that have high marks. The beliefs about learning, 25 marks, and beliefs about teaching, 40 marks. So focus more on this. Read more articles on this. Support and justify your beliefs here. Alright? Invest more time here so that you get more marks. So some of the questions that you may want to answer: what teaching methods do you want to implement in your classroom? What teaching resources do you make use of? Teaching methods can be like more hands-on, or I'd like students to use communicative approach. All right, so use terms, use words that are used in the context of teaching English. Maybe words that you have been exposed to in second language acquisition class, all right? Or the methodologies, methods, strategies used in teaching. Use all these terms. Resources means it could be printed resources, pictures, technology-based resources, all right? So discuss all this by also citing some of the articles that you have read or information that you have gained from other classes, all right? So that we connect what have been your previous knowledge to your beliefs, all right? Okay, so beliefs about the program and the curriculum. You can choose those questions highlighted in yellow. What do you think are the most important elements in an effective language teaching program? Alright, probably you think the most important element is exposure to how to teach pedagogical knowledge, strengthening of pedagogical knowledge, or strengthening of how to select resources. Alright, so it's up to you. Okay, you can also attempt to answer question 2. What do you think the role of textbooks and teaching materials in a language program should be? They should be supporting. They should be giving students more activities. Right, support the students in using their knowledge. Right, and then beliefs about language teaching as a profession. What kind of training do you think language teacher needs? Right? What kind of training do you need? Maybe you need more training on, developing activities, more training on developing materials, right? And what kind of professional development activities best support teaching? All right? Professional development activities means the kind of workshops or the kind of training that can help you, all right? Okay, then lastly, beliefs about the role of the teacher. What do you think are the roles of an English language teacher? Alright, the role can be someone who facilitates language learning, or someone who plays an active role in designing activities for the students or preparing materials for the students. Up to you, because these are your beliefs. So when these are your beliefs, you can just state what you think is right, right, for your students and for your teaching, the way of teaching, or your way of teaching. All right. Okay, basically these are the presentation guidelines and structure. In terms of presentation, it should be about 8 to 10 pages. The font style, Arial, font size 11 and spacing 1.5. While the structure, you have introduction, subtopics. The subtopics are the categories just now, the 7 categories. So you discuss based on category. All right, so you have 7 subtopics, and then conclusion, to conclude. All right, a little bit of conclusion and references. Remember, you have to cite articles, so there must be references. All right, APA style, make sure you do that. All right. Okay, everyone, basically that's it for your assignment 1. I'm going to send to you also a copy of your senior's assignment that you can refer to, right? But you have to do something better than that. Okay, everyone, take your time to do your assignment. Okay, all right, thank you.